When you think about the thrill of watching Storage Wars, you might think of the thrill of seeing people bid on abandoned storage facilities in the hopes of finding hidden wealth. We got some unforgettable stars from the show, from surprising discoveries to unforgettable characters. But have they disappeared? Who or what became of the faces that caused us to snicker, flinch, and gasp in shock? The stars of Storage Wars are profiled in this video, as well as revealing their activities since the cameras ceased recording. Some of them are up to absolutely crazy things today. Dave Hester is one. The inarguable antagonist of Storage Wars, Dave Hester, gained fame thanks to his annoying catchphrase, "Yup," which resounded across auction houses. Sure thing. The other bidders knew it was going to be a fight the second that distinctive cry went out. Hester was the ideal enemy because of his aggressive nature and apparently inexhaustible bankroll. Viewers could not help but love to loathe him or despise him completely. He stood out from his co-stars immediately due to his threatening personality and black-on-black outfit. The show's villain was actually a cunning businessman who had experience running a thrift store before production even started, so he knew the storage auction game better than anyone. Hester turned his career around and started his own consulting and auctioneering firm after being sacked from A&E for revealing the show's suspected staged nature. In doing so, he officially withdrew from the limelight that had defined him for so long, freeing him to concentrate on his commercial endeavors. His lawsuit against A&E was a major story in the reality TV industry. Hester asserted that producers inflated the drama by hiding precious items in storage containers and rigged the bidding procedure to get better TV. Viewers' perceptions of the show's and comparable reality series' authenticity were permanently altered by the end of the legal struggle, nevertheless. Now that he's semi-retired, the father of two is taking it easy in Alaska with his loved ones. In 2018, his path after leaving television took a surprising turn. While he was experiencing a hemorrhagic stroke brought on by hypertension and sleep apnea, the health scare necessitated prolonged rehabilitation for him to relearn fundamental functions, but he managed to survive. This experience gave him a fresh outlook on life beyond the storage bidding wars. During his rehabilitation, Hester's loved ones rallied around him, displaying a supportive side that was missing from his combative TV character. First, there is the Dotson couple, Dan and Laura. Bidding was always ratcheting up in Storage Wars, thanks to the dynamic auctioneering combination of Dan and Laura Dotson, who were there for every season. With Dan's lightning-fast routine and Laura's keen eye for buyers, the auctioneers were well equipped to sell dozens of flats in a single afternoon. Their positive attitude and contagious energy made the whole auction experience entertaining, even for the most unremarkable storage units, attracting viewers at home as well as those bidding on the show. Viewers connected with the show on a deeper level due to the couple's real-life narrative of meeting at an auction and then developing a love and business relationship. They established American Auctioneers as a reputable firm in Southern California with decades of expertise in the field, which predates their prominence on television. This show's authenticity was built on its real-world credibility, which set it apart from other reality programs that cast experts instead of discovering them. Viewers were entertained and enlightened by the Dotsons' knowledge of auction law, facility regulations, and bitter psychology, which provided depth to the show. Their chemistry while filming wasn't stage magic. The two are still very much inseparable off-screen as they were on-screen. He was so sure of himself and his enormous expertise in the antiques, collectibles, and resale industries that he was prepared to spend thousands of dollars for a unit that other people had passed on. He was known as the Gambler due to his daring personality. Starting in the storage auction business in the 1970s, long before television cameras turned the industry into entertainment sheets, brought decades of experience to the show. The renowned collection of Frank Gutierrez's original artwork, that Daryl discovered worth more than $300,000 is still considered one of the most significant finds in the history of the show. His reputation as someone who could see value where others saw garbage was solidified by this extraordinary haul, which confirmed his aggressive bidding technique. Viewers could relate to Daryl on a deeper level than only his bidding skills. They could almost feel themselves in his shoes as they searched through piles of forgotten goods for a hidden gem. His plot was further complicated by the father-son dynamic he had with Brandon, demonstrating how he was teaching future treasure hunters his craft. A personal development that Sheets has prioritized in recent years has been on par with his greatest auction successes. He has utilized his position to encourage people going through health struggles and has shed a considerable amount of weight. After he lost a few pounds, Daryl became very enthusiastic about documenting his health journey for his fans on social media and providing them with exercise and nutrition tips. In 2019, he had a heart attack and had to have surgery, which made his road toward improved health even more urgent. He thankfully bounced back from that major health scare and continued to make cameo appearances on the show in succeeding seasons. 4. Weiss. Barry Weiss, also known as the Collector, won over Storage Wars viewers with his unusual demeanor and unconventional bidding strategies. Weiss added fun and spectacle to the bidding process by showing up to auctions in vintage luxury cars and accessorizing with unique items like bespoke binoculars and strange devices. Weiss went into each auction with the mindset of a collector, looking for one-of-a-kind pieces that fulfilled his varied tastes, in contrast to his opponents who were mainly concerned with making a profit. His enthusiasm for rare items, regardless of their worth, betrayed a devotion to collecting that went beyond the conventional consumerist drive for profit. Barry brought a unique viewpoint to the table compared to his co-stars because of his history as a wealthy producer who had amassed a fortune before appearing on the show. He could bid on units for the excitement of discovery rather than out of financial need, since his livelihood wasn't reliant on auction revenues. His segments were always interesting since viewers never knew what strange thing he may be interested in next, and he could follow them based on his own interests rather than their possible resale value. His sunny disposition and playful taunting of his fellow bidders made him the show's endearing, quirky uncle character, injecting warmth and fun into the sometimes brutal competitions. Storage Wars ended in 2015 after 4 seasons of exciting viewers, but Weiss's television career was far from over. Fans who had grown to appreciate his one-of-a-kind take on the storage auction game were sad when he left the main show. In contrast to other reality TV stars, Barry's personality and fan appeal allowed him to continue his career in television with new projects. Due to his immense popularity, after leaving the main show, Barry was able to get his own spin-off, Buried Treasure, which chronicled his quest for unique collectibles across the country. Despite the short runtime of the series, its 8 episodes brilliantly displayed Weiss's sincere enthusiasm for rare artifacts and his extensive network in the collecting community. The premise of the show gave viewers a front-row seat to Barry as he searched for riches in all sorts of unusual locations, not limited to storage facilities. Through estate sales, distant barns, and private collections. Storage Wars: Barry Strikes Back was his subsequent television return. In it, he and Kenny Crossley rehashed iconic events from the first show and gave viewers a glimpse into the show's making by sharing anecdotes from behind the scenes. He displays an impressive level of maturity beyond his years by strategically employing psychological warfare during auctions, coupled with an astute comprehension of the psychological components of bidding competitions. The storage auction scene is revitalized by Justin's youthful enthusiasm, which represents a new generation breaking into a historically male-dominated industry. Young entrepreneurs can look up to Justin as an inspiration, and he is a role model for them on the show. 10.